Good morning, Rachel here from Renutrition. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Rachel Philpotts. I'm a nutritionist and functional medicine practitioner. I specialise in mental health and I help tired and wide career women to improve their mood naturally and feel revitalised, re-energised and restored. So I thought it would be a good time to come on and say hello. I've just gained quite a few new followers, and I've also just been taking part in the final InstaBiz Week challenge. So good time to say hello. Also this week, I've been running a series of posts across social media all about testing. So I just wanted to kind of come on and talk to you a little bit more about that. So last year, I pretty much took the decision that I was going to offer test-based packages only, and that's because testing just gets my clients the best results. So I can be pretty intuitive when it comes to knowing what's going on with a client, but testing just totally takes the guesswork out of it all, which is just great. And also it helps you to, because you can actually see what's going on in your body, and particularly when you've kind of struggled with unexplained symptoms like fatigue, anxiety, emotional overwhelm, low mood, for a while, and haven't really been able to understand what's causing that or what's driving those symptoms. Having that a kind of set of test results in front of you can be quite motivational and give you that light bulb moment, and also inspire you to make change as well. So I just find testing really useful in clinic. I'm also quite excited at the moment. It doesn't take a lot to get me excited, but I'm excited because I'm undertaking my own the hormone test that I offer myself this weekend. So this is the hormone test that I offer. I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk to you a little bit more about this hormone test and why I love it so much and what's involved. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you now. It's a bit technical, but hopefully this works and you can get a good flavour then for what this test is all about. So hopefully you can see that screen. So this is the steroid pathway. It's, look at it, it's quite intense. But this test gives me a complete overview of this steroid hormone pathway. So this is kind of the number one reason why I love this test, because you get so much information from it that can really help. So it's so comprehensive. You're just not going to get this kind of information elsewhere. So you can see all these kind of things in dark blue are all the hormones and metabolites that this test looks at. The second reason why I love this test so much is that it looks at hormones over a 24-hour period in urine. So I often get asked, well, I can just go to my GP and get my estrogen and progesterone tested. Yeah, and you totally can. So obviously we can look at hormones in blood, but your GP and any medical professional will also tell you what I'm about to tell you, that those hormones in serum are actually just a snapshot of what's happening with those hormones at that moment in time. Whereas this test looks at hormones in urine over a 24-hour period. So it gives us a much better picture of what's actually happening with those hormones rather than what's just going on there and then, because our hormones fluctuate. So a 24-hour period view is going to give us a bit more confidence in what's actually happening with your hormones. That's particularly important as well for our stress hormone cortisol. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like in this test result, in this sample report. So cortisol has what's called a diurnal rhythm. So it's supposed to be higher in the mornings because that's what gives us our get up and go for the day. And then it's supposed to decline throughout the day. So it enables us to kind of get ready to feel tired and go to sleep. So again, you can't see that in just a kind of blood test for cortisol, because it's just going to tell you what the cortisol is there and then. What we really want to be able to see is what your cortisol is doing throughout the day, and whether it's following this pattern or whether, like it is in this sample report, it's, for example, low or below range, and also what's happening with the these metabolites here. So the other thing that this test shows us is not just the hormones, but also their metabolites. That's what I've just mentioned there. So I'm going to show you that in this. So this page shows us what's happening with our sex hormones. So you can see here, if I take estrogen as an example, The test shows the 3 types of estrogens and what's happening in terms of their levels, but it also shows us how those estrogens are being metabolized through the body in the liver in stage 1 and stage 2, which is really important because these things can have an effect on how we're feeling, and they could be what's driving our symptoms. So we could have good levels of estrogen, but we're not processing them very well, which means they're then being recirculated into the body, or for example, that they are being processed through the body through what's known as like an unhelpful pathway, instead of the healthy pathway. So this just gives me so much more information when I'm being able to help clients. And then finally, this test also shows me what's going on with a bit of a snapshot of our neurotransmitter health, and also what's happening with some key nutrients that are really important for producing brain chemicals. So you can see here we've got neurotransmitter metabolites. So they are the brain chemicals that regulate our mood. And then nutrients like vitamin B12 and B6 are really key nutrients involved in actually producing those brain chemicals. So this test not only gives us a snapshot of an overview of the complete steroid hormone pathway, but also gives me a snapshot of what's happening with our brain chemicals and the nutrients that are really important for making them. So yeah, I mean, if that wasn't like enough, that's 4 key things there that are why I love this test. So in terms of what's involved when you take the test, I've already mentioned it's a urine sample test. So you get the kit sent out to your house, and basically you have 4 or 5 strips that you need to kind of urinate on to get to take the test. So you'll see in the card that it actually gives us a really good guide of when you need to take the test. So here it tells you exactly when you need to be taking each sample. So you would start at 5 o'clock. So you take a sample at 5 p.m, a tea time sample. And then basically for each sample that you take, you have one of these little cards, and you just kind of unfold it, and there's a strip there that you actually, I don't know if you can see that in the light, but this is the strip that you kind of urinate on, and you can either urinate into a cup and dip it in, or just put it directly into your stream of wee, basically. You take one at tea time, another one at bedtime, and then you go to bed, and then if you wake up in the night, you take an extra one, like a bonus sample. But if you don't wake up, you don't take that sample. And then the next one you would take will be as soon as you get up, and then you set a timer and take another one then 2 hours after that. So all in all, you could be taking 4 or 5 urine samples, and then basically you just leave them to dry for 24 hours, and then they're stable then, and they can be sent back off to the lab. So there's an envelope provided in the test kit. You just fill all your information in onto this requisition form, record when you've taken your samples, and you also mark down any symptoms that you've got currently and why you're taking the test. And then that all gets packaged off into the envelope. You take it off to the post office and get it sent back to the lab, first class or next day delivery. And then the lab sends it off for analysis, and then the test results then come back to me. I analyse them, see what's going on, and then we get together and I explain what the test results are showing us and what we can do about it from a nutritional and lifestyle point of view. It really kind of helps to get personalised advice, so that's great. In terms of then how you can find out more, you can head over to the website. I'm just going to show you, because I get quite a lot of questions about testing, and sometimes when we're having a chat on the phone, it's only quite a short amount of time to explain all this stuff about tests, and people don't often quite get the kind of value, or they want to go away and look and find out more. So I've just recently updated the page on my website that explains about this testing, so I'll just show you how to find that. So when you land on my website, which is www.re-nutrition.co.uk, this will end up on the home page, and then you just need to navigate at the top there to services, and if you scroll down to testing, you'll see all the information that you'll need about the different tests that I have on offer. So the one we've just talked about there, hormone test, but you'll also find information on the gut tests and the various blood tests that I offer. Okay, so hopefully you found that interesting. I'm still quite excited about finding out what's going on with me at the moment, which is because you know we all need to kind of check in at different times, and I'm not infallible. I experience symptoms as well, so I just want to know what's going on. Excited, and I will share my results with you when I get them, so you can see what it actually looks like, and then what I'm doing in practice to kind of make adjustments based on what I'm seeing in that test result. In the meantime, though, if you would like to have a chat about hormone testing, whether that's suitable for you, then by all means, just pop over to the website, hit the book now button, and we can have a chat about what tests would be right for you. Okay, I hope that was interesting. Take care for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye.